Hey guys, my name is Abby, and today I'll be talking to you all about behavioral therapy as a theory of counseling. As its name may suggest, the series focused on human behavior and looks to eradicate maladaptive behavior. Behavior therapy is often used with clients exhibiting behavioral problems or those suffering from mental health conditions that involve unwanted behavior. So, this can include clients with addictions, obsessive compulsive disorder, phobias, and different types of anxiety, just to name a few. Those who practice under this theory work on the assumption that behavior is learned and therefore can be unlearned. One of the first occurrences of the term behavior therapy comes from a research project conducted in 1953 by B.F. Skinner. The paper defined operant conditioning and how it could be used to help improve the functioning of people who are diagnosed with chronic schizophrenia. B.F. Skinner is commonly known in the counseling discipline for his work on operant conditioning. On the other hand, we have Ivan Pavlov, who is known for the principles of classical conditioning. I'm sure you all remember learning about Pavlov's dog in undergrad. We've talked about so many times. So in this research, Pavlov discovered a learning procedure where a stimulus such as food is paired with a neutral stimulus to elicit a response. So in this research, his dog he would ring a bell every time he had food out for the dog, and then eventually over time, when he would ring that same bell, the dog would salivate because it associates this neutral stimulus of the bell with the special stimulus of the food. If you were to compare this theory to such as psychoanalytic therapy, you will see that the past is still important as it reveals where and when the unwanted behavior was learned. However, it looks more so at present behavior and ways to change it. There are three main disciplines of behavioral therapy. So firstly, we have applied behavior analysis, wherein behavior change is instigated using operant and classical conditioning and positive reinforcement. Secondly, we have cognitive behavior therapy, which is an integrative therapy that combines both elements of behavioral therapy and cognitive therapy. And that's used pretty commonly today in counseling. Lastly, we have the social learning theory, which is a theory that revolves around the nature of imitation and learning. A few techniques common to the practice of behavioral therapy include flooding, systematic desensitization, and aversion therapy. Flooding is a process generally used for those with phobias and anxiety and involves exposing the individual to these objects and situations in an intense and fast manner. So, for example, a person who's scared of heights would be forced to ride a balloon ride or something crazy. A less aversive technique referred to as systematic desensitization works under a similar premise to flooding, however, it is more gradual. So the same process continues essentially, but over a period of time, allowing the client to eventually work themselves up to confronting their fears. So let's talk about a client who's scared of space for a second. So they may start by thinking about a small space or looking at an image of a small space while utilizing relaxation techniques, and eventually they will work their way up to being in a small space. So the pairing of the fear-inducing item and newly learned relaxation behavior aims to eliminate the phobia or anxiety. One of my favorite techniques that comes from behaviorism is aversion therapy, wherein the therapist will pair undesirable behavior with some form of aversive stimulus with the aim of reducing the unwanted behavior. So, for example, a person who chronically bites their nails could apply a poor-tasting nail polish. So every time they bite their nails, they will taste something nasty and bitter. Over time, they will pair biting with the aversive taste, hopefully leading to a decrease in the behavior. And that's just one example of it. It can be used for drug addictions, pulling at your hair, anything. So this is just a short synopsis kind of the theory. We're going to learn so much today in lecture. I hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day.